Hi everyone, welcome back to Monday Meds. I hope your week is off to a great start. Happy Monday to you all. Yes, I'm your health educator Tanisha Lawrence, and this is your Monday Meds. Yes, your Monday Meds. So, yes, it's October. Happy October to you all. It is the 10th month. Can you believe it? Number 10, 10th month of the year 2023. And yes, thank you so much for all your birthday wishes, your well wishes. Thank you for all your prayers, your support. Thank you for all your birthday gifts. Yes, I do appreciate you. I appreciate them. And as we talk about birthdays, for those of you who are having birthdays this week, and this month, happy birthday to you. And those of you who are having anniversaries this week and anniversaries this month, happy anniversary to you all. And all of you having special days, whether it is you're having an engagement party or wedding or other events, special events. Yes, happy celebration. So yes, it is Monday, and we always like to give you a video no matter how busy life gets, no matter how stressful life gets. We always like to give you a video on a Monday, and especially the first Monday of every month, we try to give you an overview as to what we will be doing for that month. And this month is no different. So, by God's grace, this month we will be focusing on some videos or features that you probably don't think a lot about. Yes, so you know how life gets hard, food get low, money get low, and bills are high, bills are due. Yes, this feature this month will be focusing on how you can stretch your food budget, how you can nutrify your food. So it may be less, but you're getting more nutrients. So that's what we're going to focus on this month. We haven't named the feature yet, but you will have a video around this feature. So yes, what you can look out for, how you can do the mana pack. Many of you know the mana pack. Yes, the mana pack. How you can cook it. Yes, the first time I cooked it, it was not good. So, yes, I figured it out finally. So, if you don't know what the mana pack is, you gotta stay tuned. We will share that video with you, hopefully next Monday. All right, so you can look out for how you can cook the mana pack, how you can use the mana pack to make burgers and other dishes. And so, yes, we'll be focusing on a lot of rice. We're going to be focusing on one pot meal. Yeah, one pot meal when you don't have much food, but you need to eat. So stay tuned for that feature coming up. Today we're going to be focusing on hurricane. No, today we're focusing on earthquake. I have to be deliberate to say earthquake because we don't usually talk about earthquakes until they happen, right? So yes, I have to be deliberate and not say hurricane, but earthquake. How you can prepare for an earthquake, and how you can prepare and survive an earthquake. And this book, my favorite handbook, the Survival Medicine Handbook. If you're new to our channel, you probably have not seen this one, but it is one that we highly recommend. If you don't have it, definitely get it. It has everything you need to survive, like seriously. And so yes, it's something that you need to have in your library, and do not lend it out. Do not let it out of your sight. I would say buy a copy for someone who needs it, but don't lend it out. This is one book that I would say, yeah, be selfish about, because knowledge is power. Okay, you can lend it in your presence, but do not lend it out of your sight. All right, so the authors, and it's a husband and wife couple, and yes, it's about to rain. It is October, one of the rainiest months of the year. So Joseph and Amy Alton, they are doctors, and they put this book together. I will try to share a link in the description section of this video how you can get it. And in their chapter, talking about, well, the chapter is natural disasters, but they focused on many natural disasters: hurricane, earthquake, tornadoes, floods, and other natural disasters. And so how you can deal with, how can you prepare a car, and we're going to use their book as a textbook, as a reference. So one of the things, that the main thing that I want you to get from this video today is that this heat that we're experiencing, it's earthquake heat. And Jamaica had an earthquake almost 2 weeks ago, and I remember being in St. Catherine, and I was saying, this is earthquake heat. Later that night, there was an earthquake. Thank God we made it home safely. We made it home before. When we got home, we heard the earthquake was happened, and so we did not feel it. But one of the main things I want you to remember, that this heat is a precursor to an earthquake. All right, and so you have to bear this in mind dealing with this heat wave. They say it's an heat wave. It's more than a wave. It's like, yeah, we know it's beyond bearable. So preparing for an earthquake, you need to consider some similar things as if you were preparing for an hurricane or for a hurricane. Yes, you need to consider food and water. And as we talked about food earlier, yes, these are some, like, natural disasters help to deplete your food supply. All right, especially those that are frozen. All right, so food, you have to think about food and water. You have to make sure you have a water filter or a filtration system. And we did talk about how you can purify your water. Activated charcoal is a good one. If you use bleach, you can use bleach, but you have to use it safely. Or you can get a filter, and we did talk about that. We'll share the disaster preparedness playlist in this the description section of this video. Power sources. Power sources is another. You need to consider lighting. And for those of you who are on TikTok, I'll share that link. We did share about the use of candles, the safe use of candles. All right. You can think about flashlights, battery operated, or you can get a hand crank radio with a flashlight on it. And that's another power source. It's a dual, it's power and communication source. And so that's the next thing you need to consider. Communication, means of communication. A portable radio. So the hand crank radio is like multi-purpose. And so, yes, also you got to consider money. You need to have cash in hand. Don't depend on the ATM, because the power may go and the bank, they may not open for a while. Worst case scenario. So always have cash in hand. And also if you have fire extinguishers, you can definitely have that on hand. Blankets is another. You want to consider medical supply. Your first aid kit should be packed and ready to go or to be used. And yes, they also recommend an alternative shelter, especially if your home gets damaged. Before an earthquake, the heat is one that is noticeable. And also, how can you prepare? Some people say before an earthquake hit, you may hear a sound, or a loud sound rumbling, because earthquake is the movement of the earth, pallets, or the surface, the plates of the earth's crust. That's back in geography. um, they're shifting, and that causes an earthquake. So you may hear sound, but you may not be able to earthquake proof per se, like your house, but you can do some things that will help you to be safe. First and foremost, if you have chandeliers, you definitely want, and fixtures, you definitely want to secure those. You want to, and shelves, you definitely want to fix them to the wall as best as possible. And anything that's breakable, especially frames, picture frames, or any other things that you have, you want to put them on the floor or put them on a lower shelf. Also, if you have flat screen TVs and all of those things, you want to, along with your artwork, you want to secure those. You want to take them, if they're mounted, you want to take them off the wall and put them lower. All right, you want to make sure that there's nothing that's gonna fly off the wall or off the from a higher plane to hit anyone. And so when there's an earthquake, the possibility of things shifting in your house is high. Talking about when an earthquake hits, they gave this reminder, or this, that you should think about this: drop, cover, hold on. So you drop whatever you're doing and you get flat. Go on the floor, get yourself under a table. So get covered under a table or a desk or a mattress or something that has a solid cover, and you want to protect your head, and you want to hold on to that, which you put that over your head. All right. You also want to, if you don't have anywhere that you can go under, you want to put your hand over your head, because you want to protect your head at all costs. All right, because you don't want to go unconscious. You don't ever want to go unconscious. So you should avoid elevators. And if you're in a building, do not run outside. The natural reaction is to run outside, but many times when people are hurt, they're hurt because they run outside during an earthquake. So you don't run outside, you wait until after the earthquake ends. And then sometimes there are aftershocks. And I mean, there's so much to share in this video or about earthquakes that I think we should probably do a part 2. But the main thing that I want you to get from it, or an important part of what I want you to get from this, is that an earthquake is not just on land. It can also be offshore, like in the sea, and that's what's called a tsunami. And for those of you in China, yes, shout out to my cousin there in China, and friends, we are thinking about you. This is also important for you. And even there was a tsunami in Japan in 2011. It was a major tsunami, about 8.9 magnitude, and this is measured on the Richter scale. All right, and there were loss of life, damages, major damage, and it also triggered nuclear reactor meltdown. Now these are a lot of foreign things maybe to us here in Jamaica, here in the Caribbean, but listen, don't think it's so far-fetched. We have to be prepared. We have to be prepared and get our family prepared. And so one of the things too that you want to have in your earthquake preparedness kit is a whistle. Now I don't have a whistle, so that's one thing we need to get. But it's important. As we wrap up Monday Meds today, I'm reminded of the Bible verse that says, "Be ready for in such a time. Jesus says, be ready, for in such a time when you think not, the Son of Man comes. Now, an earthquake, unlike the hurricane, is not given. You don't have a warning for an earthquake, usually. It just happens. Likewise, you need to be ready for the second coming of Jesus. Yes, we do have some signs. Jesus told us in Matthew 24 of the signs. So be ready, for in such a time when you think not, the Son of Man, Jesus, comes. I pray you'll have a wonderful week, everyone, and God be with you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Be sure to click the notification bell to get updates on all our new videos. Keep watching.